Hello everybody, this is SuperFang99. Before we begin, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell to be notified when I post a new video. It really helps out the channel. With that out of the way, today a new product has arrived, pretty well on schedule. It's the Forgotten Age Investigator Expansion. Well, I say new product, it's an old product, but it's all repackaged now. We're going to be opening up today, and I'm also going to be giving my thoughts on all the cards, so stick around for that. Some orders of business first. If y'all are wondering, where's the Scarlet Keys coming? It's coming, I promise. My group has been a little delayed in finishing it, and I wanted to make sure that I finished it before I started a run for the channel. So please bear with me. It's coming soon. I promise you very much. Hopefully, I can get it out before the Forgotten Age re-release comes out, because that is also coming soon, about a month. So probably not, but we'll have to. It's more content. We have more content. So let's get this started. If you don't know what this is a investigator expansion, meaning that this is all re-release content. The Forgotten Age was, I believe, it's the third cycle, right? If you don't include the base game, Dunwich, and then Carcosa, and then Forgotten Age, where we venture into the jungle. So let's get this started. Forgotten Age campaign, of course, being I feel like when in the early days it was kind of like up to debate whether or not it was good or not, but I think generally people are like, it's a good campaign. There are some scenarios that are like pretty oof. I know that some people don't like some of the scenarios in it, but I actually really like the Forgotten Age. I've come to really love it. Definitely gives a big challenge for sure. Okay, so here we have 2 blocks of cards here, and don't forget to get your little mini sleeves right here. There they are. And I'll put this away in a sec. If you're curious, here's the sort of back of the box. Let's see if I can. Ooh, it's a little too close for that. Pretty nice there. There's no QR code anymore. I noticed that. Okay, so let's get this show on the road. Here is the little pamphlet. Let's see what happens if I put this here. So you can see we have the seal rules because there's a bunch of mystic cards, and Father Mateo specifically, he uses seal. So put tokens on things, release them, and of course we have the additional weaknesses. All right, these were the ones that were over time or have weird things, weird effects, and we have the research cards. Rules for that. Sweet. Okay, well let's just get into it. As I said, I'm gonna be showing every card. So buckle up. If you're interested in what was in the box, this is what's in the box. It's 5 investigators. How many player cards? It was on the box. 188 player cards. It's pretty good. I think that's not as much as Carcosa. I could be wrong. Okay. Let's get these out. So we are starting with, of course, the guardian of the bunch, Leo Anderson. Leo's pretty cool. I know that his agility is pretty bad, especially in this campaign, but I do like his playstyle. He runs big guns pretty good since he has that rogue access, level 0 to 2. Of course, we have his signatures, Mitch Brown and Bought in Blood. Not so bad, not terrible, and not so great. So it's not like it's a killer combo or anything. Okay, we have Ursula. I really enjoy Ursula. That extra action, pretty like it pays off more than people think. I think. I do agree that her deck building is a little okay. Relic 0 to 4 isn't great. You can get Red Clock 2 on her. That's not bad, but otherwise it's meh. Her signatures though are kind of weird. Jake Williams, more often than not. Oh, that's weird. The green screen is kind of clipping his face. Apologies for that. Jake Williams becomes 2 book symbols for me more often than not. And we have Call of the Unknown. A little annoying, but not too terrible. Okay, now we're moving on to Finn. Finn Edwards. Finn Edwards is really cool. He got a lot of support with the evasion stuff. He a lot of cool illicit cards. A lot of cool evade stuff, especially in the new Scarlet Keys stuff. So that's pretty sick. And his deck building is just weird though, kind of weird. Okay, he gets 2 signature cards though. The Smuggled Goods and the Finn's Trusty 38. And of course, here's Caught Red-Handed. Finn's Trusty 38 is pretty sick. And Smuggled Goods can be good as well. Caught Red-Handed is pretty often just a dead draw. It'll just shuffle back, but when it hurts pretty bad. Alright, here's Father Mateo. He's blessed. I have no cards for him because I don't have Innsmouth. But his ability obviously is cool, but it's kind of just a once per game thing. I haven't really played a lot of Father Mateo. Especially because his weakness is an enemy. Kind of incentivizes you to play him as a fighter. Alright, so yeah. Codex of Ages is pretty cool though. Okay, Calvin Wrights. Every time I play Calvin, I am terrified. I mean, rightly so. He has 0s in his stats, and he only has 6 health, 6 sanity. I have heard, though, he's very good. Here's the signatures, of course. I love the idea of his character. It's just, I'm just so scared. So hard. Okay, well, those are the 5 investigators. Let's move on to the player cards. Starting with Guardian, we have level 0 Survival Knife. Very, very good card. Daniela loves this card. And of course, a lot of Guardians do as well. Like Tommy loves this card. It's just a good card. Venturer. I should play Venturer more. It's hard to beat Cop and Guard Dog as allies, but if you're going ammo, an ammo build for Guardians, Venturer is pretty sick. It's just free ammo. It's an extra ammunition on the body. All right, Handcuffs. Handcuffs is weird. I feel like when I first started playing the game, Handcuffs was kind of like a weird card that's like it's too situational. It only works on humanoids, but I think people realize that a lot of the humanoids that are really annoying, especially if they have Doom on them to get rid of, is super super handy. Like in Innsmouth, there's tons of humanoids that are really annoying when they engage you, right? Trusted, pretty cool card, pretty standard. I don't really play it a lot, but it is pretty nice. Scene of the Crime. Wow, this came out in this. Wow, these are all really good Guardian cards. Scene of the Crime is like one of their best clue-getting tools, besides like evidence. I love it. Second Wind. Ooh, Mark loves Second Wind. This is basically one of the best healing cards in the game, honestly. Draws a card off of it. It's really good. Oh my god, take the initiative. This is all of these cards so far are bangers. Taking the initiative is one of the best Guardian skills. 3 wilds if you go first. It's pretty sick. 3 wilds in the Mythos phase, of course, since no one's taking actions. Okay, we're back to these cards. Yeah, we got Intrepid. Yeah, this card is a card. That's about as best as I could say about that. Kerosene. My goodness. What does this card do? If it has no supplies, discarded. As an action, if an enemy was defeated at this location this round, exhausted, spend a supply, heal up to 2 horror from among investigators and ally assets at your location. What the frick is this? My god. For 3? Wow. If it was fast, maybe. I mean, I guess it's pretty heavy kerosene lugging around, so can't really complain that much. Alright, we have Reliable. I like Reliable. It's pretty cool, especially for Guardians who have pretty low combat. You can bump them up pretty significantly. I believe you can have both of them. Yeah, they stack. There's no limit. That's pretty cool. All right, Marksmanship. I rarely play Marksmanship, but I had a friend recently play Marksmanship in a Tony Morgan deck, and obviously Tony Morgan is good, but Marksmanship made it even better, just being able to snipe things across the battlefield. It's pretty sick. Wow, Well Prepared. Wow, a lot of really good cards for Guardians in this set. Well Prepared is a pretty good card. It is pretty I rarely run it, but when it's good, especially if you need those combat boosts. Wow, custom ammunitions in this one as well. That's a great card. Lots of monster enemies, more than you ever think. Blood Eclipse. Oh my god. Oh my god, the bar's here too. Wow. Such bangers. These are all good cards. Blood Eclipse is really fun. I want to try that in the level 1 version in Vincent Lee is pretty cool. Oh, the bar. The bar. And then you get fucking Contraband, and then you double the ammo forever, and you get a giant stack of bullets. Oh, that'd be so sick. But of course, See the issue. Okay, here's the issue with the bar. Right, 5 cost, 4 XP, up to 8 total damage. Right, and then you get to the mother of all big weapons, the flamethrower, level 5. Obviously, it takes the body slot, but if you don't need it, you don't need it, and it can deal a total of 16 damage out of it. Especially if you reload it, it's great. It can work with multiple enemies. Ah, such a good card. Wow, I will have to say that those Guardian cards are phenomenal. Like this is huge for Guardians. This is when they really kind of were able to get their power level up, which is so interesting because this is a campaign, a big campaign about not killing things, if you know what I mean. Um, but yeah, all right, let's move on to Seekers. Oh, we got Dr. Ellie. She's really cool. Every time a relic gets made, Dr. Ellie perks up and gets interested. All right, we got the Tooth of Eztli. Pretty solid defensive card. It's a little expensive, but when it works pretty well. Especially if you can attach it to her. Ooh, we have Shrewd Analysis. Anytime you upgrade a card with the blah blah blah. Interesting. So yeah, so they didn't actually write like researched on here, but I do think the unidentified untranslated is good enough. But it's pretty cool. It's one of those permanents that saves XP. Whoa, Vantage Point is in this one. Play after a location enters play or is revealed during an investigator's turn. Until the end of the active investigator's turn, that location gets -1 shroud. You may move a clue to that location from any other location. I believe that there was some shenanigans that you could do with Luke Robinson's Gatebox in this card, but otherwise it's kind of okay. I haven't really played a lot of it, so I can't really say too much. Unearth the Ancients. It's okay. It's an okay card. You're basically trading resources for skill test boost, but you need to be able to reliably pass that, otherwise it can be pretty dangerous. What the heck is this card? Persuasion. Choose a non-weakness humanoid enemy and a location and test 3 books. This test gets +6 difficulty where X is the enemy's horror value. If you succeed, shuffle the children. Oh, right. This is the counterpart to Interrogate, which is also a card that I never played. Evade it, otherwise you shuffle it into the encounter deck. That's interesting. That is interesting. You don't defeat it. Truth and Fiction, pretty solid. Gets more secrets, only if there's clues in your location. Secrets can be pretty good. Ooh, True Understanding. I love True Understanding. It has this sort of hidden value because a lot of people don't know what you can commit it to, but like you can commit it to like tests on locations or tests on encounter cards that you draw. It's pretty sick. You just get free clues while doing stuff during the Mythos phase. All right, here's our untranslated card for this cycle, the Ancient Stone. This one's pretty cool. I hope I'll bring that to the campaign when I play it. The Forgotten Age, I mean. Got the quick study. Oh, that's right. We have the quick study and well prepared as part of a cycle of cards. Level 2 cards that are talents that can give you boosts of some kind. Quick study is pretty alright. Dropping the clue is okay. If you can find ways to take advantage of it, it's pretty cool. Otherworldly Compass. Oh, not the Codex. The Compass. Action Exhaust. Investigate. Gets -X shroud from the investigation. X to the number of revealed locations connected to your location. Interesting. So it's kind of like a powered up flashlight. It's kind of okay. Although, I just realized maybe this actually works pretty well in a difficulty 0 deck. So Daryl can take this. I wonder how good that would be. Is Limitless. I don't think it's better than Old Keyring 3, though, for sure. Feed the Mind. Draw cards. Don't over-succeed. Okay. It's okay. Expose Weakness. I want to play this and then exploit that weakness. Level 3 version is not bad. It's just a little expensive XP-wise, but it's pretty good if you can get it down. Alright, and here we have the upgraded Ancient Stones. We have Knowledge of the Elders and Minds in Harmony. Knowledge of the Elders is busted. Like it's insane. If you can get like 6 to 8 secrets on it, it's pretty good. Minds in Harmony obviously is okay because it just heals horror, but Carolyn does like that if she wants to take it. Alright, and of course, level 5 for the Seeker ones, we have the Narcotic Manuscripts. You know, I haven't really seen this in play a lot. It seems like not having to take a Chaos token is getting less and less value just because, like, people can just recover from an auto fail, I think, at this point. Daisy might like it. It's a tome, obviously, and she can use the action for free, so maybe. Okay, onto the rogue cards. We have the Decorated Skull. It's okay. You know, I can't lie. I really dislike level 0 to Decorated Skull. Maybe in a Kachi it gets extra charges. It's kind of a meme deck, but it does work. Alright, Eavesdrop. Well, this was before Trish existed. Eavesdrop is insane in Trish. It is also pretty good in Finn, honestly, if he's going for the Kluver style. You handle this one. Oh my god, I cannot believe that Rogues didn't have you handle this one. This is such a Rogue card. And my apologies, of course. The green screen is catching the Rogue color. My apologies there, but you handle this one. Such a good Rogue card. Just like, now that Rogues have 1 willpower, it's like you need that card. Hey, we got the Lucky Cigarette Case. I already actually have 2 copies because of the Winifred Havemuck starter deck, but it's a great card. Very roguey. Hatchet Man. Pretty sick. If you're going for the evadey plus damage style, not a lot of investigators can really take advantage of that. It is practice, so don't give it to Amanda, but it's pretty decent. Slip Away, though, is a great card. Again, I think this is also in the Winifred deck, if I'm not mistaken, but it's pretty sick. You have a really, really high evasion value and basically turn the enemy off for an entire round. Colt Vest Pocket. A level 0 one is kind of meh. Level 2, I love the level 2 one, but that didn't come until, actually, maybe it is in this one. Is that in this one? I'm going to peek ahead a little bit. No. I think it came out in Innsmouth, right? With, Dexter Drake? I could be wrong. Coup de Grace. Well, this is a interesting card. I do think that it has some value, but it's really hard to play. You need to have an enemy with 1 health exactly, and then end your turn afterwards. Otherwise, it's kind of okay. Treasure Hunter. Treasure Hunter and the Hired Muscle are pretty interesting cards. It feels like Treasure Hunter hasn't really found a place yet. Hired Muscle for sure does, in Leo specifically. But Leo rarely wants to investigate with that book anyway. Fence. I think that Fence actually is going to be pretty sick coming up. It has that illicit card synergy that so many cards in Scarlet Keys have illicit, so I think Fence is going to be pretty sick. We need to watch out for Fence. Put some stock in that. Payday. Payday's a pretty good payoff card. Literally. Yeah, if you have the actions, I think that is pretty good economy. It's better than Emergency Catch at some point. High Roller. Ooh, the start of the big money trend. Love High Roller. High Roller is actually really good. And that is the level 2 talent, right? It is. Pretty cool. Skeleton Key. Oh, you see that we do have 2 copies of Skeleton Key, even though it's exceptional. I think they stopped that at Dream Eaters. I could be wrong, but we do have 2 exceptionals here. Oh, and I do see, yeah, they actually they added in the errata because it didn't used to say if it's in your play area attached to your location. It used to be like action attached to your location or whatever. It was just like a little rules ambiguous, but good they cleared that up. It's pretty cool. Setting the Shroud to 1, it's pretty cool. Lola Santiago, though. Oh my god, what a good card. She's such a good card. Lola's great, especially if you can have the big spender kind of archetype for Rogue. Borrowed Time. Ooh, Borrowed Time. Pretty cool with haste, of course. You can put 2 clicks on it, basically. It is pretty cool. Yeah, definitely a build-around card, but it's a very cool card. And All In. Wow. I believe this was tabooed to remove from game afterwards. I think. I could be wrong again, but it makes sense. It's 2 wilds to just draw 5 cards. It's pretty insane. Obviously a level 5 card, though. Should be good. Should be good. Alright, let's move on to the Mystics. We have the Mists of R'lyeh. Oh my god, you can't see the... It got completely blocked out. There's the card art, if you're curious. That's so funny. The mists weren't even there. It's a great evade spell. It's one of the best, honestly. It's probably the best evade spell. I would still... Sorry about that. I would still take blur over it, honestly. Yeah. Sorry, the camera's out of focus. Let me fix that. Okay, and we're back. Um, so yeah, Mr. Royer, pretty sick card. Level 0 Chthonian Stone. I do really like the Chthonian Stone. Um, I believe was it level 2 that came out in Jacqueline Fine? It's pretty okay. Um, those symbol tokens can be pretty nasty, but you have to really know what you're doing with them. Oh my goodness, Arcane Research. It's in this one. Wow. I mean, I feel like a lot of people haven't taken this card recently in Mystics. I don't know what it is, but it's like it used to be at least a huge staple for the Mystic pool, especially for upgrading. Olive McBride. Olive is interesting. Obviously pretty niche with the whole token manipulation decks. Some token manipulation decks are good, like Jacqueline's for sure, but don't know if Father Mateo likes it pretty much. Ooh, Dark Prophecy though, pretty key card for Diana Stanley, of course. Otherwise, maybe Jim Sculver, I guess. If you're looking for specific tokens there. Premonition. I like Premonition. It's like a solid card. If you have room for it, it's pretty solid. Just be able to know the token before you have to commit to it, basically. Or yeah, it's pretty sick. Ooh, Enraptured. That's from the Forgotten Age. I love Enraptured. Put charges back on things, like your Clairvoyance or your Rite of Seeking. Or you could be Daisy and put it back onto the Archaic Glyphs. Wow, Protective Incantation. Definitely hasn't seen play a lot. That upkeep cost is pretty high. Level 1, Sacrifice. Discard a mystic asset you control. Then draw 3 cards or gain 3 resources or any combination thereof. You know, I've actually never played with it, but maybe I should. Mystic asset. I wonder if Doom decks like that. It's pretty solid. Recall the Future. This one's pretty good, honestly. It's yeah. I mean, it's good. Just I always say Skull, or always say the worst token, basically. Ooh, Counterspell. I love Counterspell. I should play Counterspell more. It's a little expensive, but if you can get it, it's really fun. Just being able to be never fail a test without the autofail, basically. Defiance. Wow, I guess yeah. This set was a lot about sealing tokens and token manipulation, which it's kind of weird given. I guess Father Mateo likes the Elder Sign. I guess that's his thing. So, Defiance 2 is pretty sick, especially in Silas. Silas loves Defiance 2. Crystalline Elder Sign, pretty solid. I do think in higher player counts it falls off because you're taking more stats from other people. But in true solo and probably two-handed, it is pretty good. Obviously, it does compete for Holy Rosary, but it is pretty good. Shards of the Void, pretty honestly good fight spell. If like you need another copy of Shriveling or another copy of Azure Flame, basically this is your ticket. Although now that with Branded Cthugha, all 3 of those can basically serve as your fight spells. But it is pretty cool. Upgraded Mists of Royer. Again, the mists are gone. It's a good card. This one, what does it do? +3 willpower, and you get to move. So it's just a bonus, and there's another charge, so it's okay actually. All right, the big one, Seal of the 7th Sign. Is that a cat in there? I don't know. This card is fun. If you can get more charges on it, it's pretty sick. Akachi has 8 charges on it. You can dump more charges onto it, but it is pretty risky, especially if you keep pulling those tokens. Okay, that's the Mystics. Last one, on to Survivors, and then of course we'll talk about neutrals afterwards. So, we got the Improvised Suite in this one. Improvised Weapon. Improvised Weapon is okay. It's a pretty solid one. Dumb Luck. What is this card? Fast after you fail a skill test by 2 or less during an evasion attempt against a non-elite enemy, place that enemy on the top of the encounter deck. Huh. I mean, I guess so. It feels pretty Survivor. Perseverance. Love this card. Don't die. That is the moral of the story. Last Chance. Last Chance is pretty difficult. I mean, obviously it has 5 wild pits, but you have to do it. Have no other cards in hand, so it is pretty difficult to pull off, especially just for 5 pips. But it's pretty solid, especially in Patrice. I think Patrice can take advantage of it. Live and Learn. I love Live and Learn. Live and Learn is one of the best level 0 survivor cards for me. It's basically like well, I mean, obviously in Stella it's insane. It was printed with her, but it is pretty good. It's like a little lucky. Oh my god, yeah, that's right. So we have Winging It. Winging It's great. Winging It's the best of the improvised stuff. Really, really solid. Gets extra clues, so yeah. Impromptu Barrier. Yeah, it's okay. I guess. Oh, is that Rita? That looks like Rita. It's kind of weird. You have to succeed by X, right? Yeah, it's kind of weird. Might as well just play Survival Instinct. I think probably is better. Stunning Blow. This card is undervalued, or maybe it's okay valued now, but previously was undervalued. The automatic evade off of a fight can be really good, especially for boss fights, because it doesn't say non-elites. It's pretty sick. All right, Take Heart. I think that Stella has this as well, but it's a great card. You can sort of force a fail, and it's pretty cool. Yaddle. Yaddle's pretty weird. Oh, they did print his errata. It does say limit once per phase. He's okay. Some very specific decks like him, but he's okay. Try again. Level 1. Uses 3 tries. You get to pull skills back if you fail. It's okay. I'd rather just succeed. Cornered. Cornered. Love Cornered. Especially in Patrice, obviously. But Cornered is pretty cool. It's a discard engine, so you can discard your Wingets or your Moonstone. I don't think that card comes out until 2 cycles from now, but it is pretty cool. Oh my god, it's the cover for Eldritch Horror. Against all... I don't even know if I've ever read this card. Fast. Play when you perform a skill test with a difficulty higher than your base skill value. Reveal X additional chaos tokens for this skill test. Choose 1 to resolve and ignore the rest. X is the difference between the test difficulty and your base skill value. Well, you know, Preston likes this. And he can take it. Level 2. It's not illicit, so that's cool. And I mean, obviously this is made for Calvin, but I feel... has anyone said anything about this card? It's not bad. It's basically like a Rise to the Occasion. On Your Own, the non-permanent. It's kind of meh. Yeah. You can't own... Yeah. I'd rather just take the permanent. Obviously, it's more XP, but permanent's way better. Old Hunting Rifle. Wow. I forgot this card existed. It's basically like a level 3 baseball bat. Except that you can get it back by taking action. It's not bad, actually. Maybe I should take that. Level 3, Alter Fate. And of course, we stick with the level 3 survivors being their highest XP costs for now. Alter Fate is amazing, though. Yeah. So many treacheries that get attached to agendas or sit next to agendas or attached to locations that you can just get rid of. Pretty sick. Alright, that is all of the survivor cards. Last few cards here, we have our neutral cards and our random basic weaknesses. Let's start with Backpack. Backpack level 0, I think that is... It's not like staple level, but it is very good. But Backpack level 2, man. Forgotten Age. Return to Forgotten Age. I do have that, by the way. It's a card. It's such a card. Especially with Gear It Up, since we know that it works like that now. Search the top 12 for item or supply. It's so good. It's really hard to say no to any... Like, it's hard to accept any other body slot other than Backpack level 2. It's pretty sick. Speaking of body slot, we have the Trench Coat. Trench Coat is good. I think that it's good in Finn. It bumps his foot from 4 to 5, so he can more reliably take advantage of his extra action. I'm trying to, because I'm for the Scarlet Keys run, I'm gonna run it with Kaimani and Daryl, and I'm debating whether or not to take Trench Coat and Kaimani. I feel like Backpack or even just Tool Belt is better in them. Yeah, it's kind of expensive too. It's like a 3-cost not fast magnifying glass for evading. Thermos. Oh yeah, that's about trauma, right? Yeah, I guess if you're worried about the trauma or you're taking too much trauma, then it can help. But I mean, maybe for Vincent or Carolyn, I guess not. Ornate Bow, though, is a great card. I think I'm giving it to Kaimani because they can take advantage of the extra actions that I'm giving them as well, like Leo DeLuca and what is that card? The new customizable card that Honed Instinct. That's right. So with a lot of actions, you can take advantage of the Ornate Bow for sure. And you losing foot to fight, that's pretty sick. Hemispheric Map. Accessory slots. +1/+1 or +2/+2 if there's 4. That bottom action like rarely ever happens. We should make a map where every location is connected to 4 other locations, and it's called the planetarium. So the map is always good. Otherwise, it's kind of meh. For 3 XP though, it's pretty expensive. And we have the Time Worn Brand, a sort of neutral card that takes up a lot of slack when it comes to other classes that need good weapons other than Guardian, right? Like Silas likes this. Amanda likes this, especially if you're going for the fighting Amanda. Obviously, it's a 5 experience weapon, but for what it does, it's pretty solid. Just a +1 consistent +1 damage with +2 bonus on your fight is pretty good. All right, let's take a look at these weaknesses. If you don't know these weaknesses, I don't know if there's really spoilers, but these weaknesses are weird because they chain into the next one. So, Dark Pact, right? You have to deal 2 damage to an investigator location as a 2-cost event. If you don't, then you get the Price of Failure, which is when you draw it, you take 2 and 2, you put a Doom on the agenda, and you put Dark Pact back into your deck. It's a pretty fun one. I do like that one. Doomed, however, again, if you don't want spoilers, then watch out now. But Doomed, you take a horror, you have to say that the Doom approaches, or if it's already there, then you get Accursed Fate. You take 2 horror, and then you record that the hour is nigh. But if it's already there, then you get fucking the bell tolls, and you just die. There's definitely been some contention about this card, this weakness in particular. This people don't like the fact that it's just random how many times you draw this, and you can just die. It is pretty fun. It's pretty fun, of course, but it is a thing. All right, so that was the Forgotten Age Investigator expansion. I hope you had a good time. I'm super excited to put these cards into my collection. I think we should be seeing some of the cards in my Scarlet Keys run, so look out for that. If you like this video, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell to be notified when I post a new video. It really helps out the channel. This has been SuperFang99, signing off.